Buddy, man.
Oh, he gone.
He gone. Okay, yeah.
He
Fuck me
gone.
too.
He'll be
Okay.
back. He'll be back. Fuck
Yeah.
him. He'll be back. No.
Fuck. Well, fuck you too then. Worried about your health. There he is.
I couldn't hear shit. My bad, man. It said some little message came up, man.
You
What's
good?
up, man?
Hey,
Yeah,
Mo,
yeah.
brother. How was that? How was your study, man?
You know what, man? Bad news today. You know, they said I got severe sleep
What's
apnea.
happening? Okay.
Yeah, so me and my wife talk, man. I'm gonna try and drop. I mean, it's gonna be a battle, but I'm gonna try and knock off most of this weight, man. Because once you get on that pat, man,
Yeah.
my mom is on that shit, and she's swearing by that bitch. She like, oh, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. Yeah, but then you're gonna become dependent on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fuck all that shit, man.
That ain't number motivation. That's all.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm already down. I finally get that shit because 2019 I was 291. I got it down to 260 something, and it's been holding. And so now finally I got it below 260.
Okay.
250. So I just got to keep punching, man, because I can't
Yeah,
depend
man.
on the motherfucking machine.
I know. You put it on, you take it off. That's how that goes, man. Like
Yeah.
like winter weight, summer weight. You gotta roll with it, man. That's all.
I don't
Here
know.
you are.
I don't
on
use
this
mine every
motherfucking
night.
podcast.
Yeah. You said what?
I said I don't use mine every night because of that.
Oh yeah. You see what I'm saying? What did you say, Tank?
I said, here you on this motherfucking podcast, trying to control everything but your motherfucking diet. No, I'm playing.
You
Go put some pants on,
You
nigga.
gonna smack a brother, man.
You know I ain't got no pants on.
I know you do that only when you on here with us. What I tell you,
Come on,
man?
Hey man, I was just in the ocean 2 seconds ago.
Oh man, nobody need to hear all that.
P. Valley motivated him in the wrong direction. Shit.
A little bit.
Call us Uncle Tanky. Fuck
Uncle
Cliff.
Tank.
Yeah.
Coach Tank.
Uncle Tank Clifford.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah,
What's
coach.
going on, Coach?
Bro, why we fucking call you coach? Appreciate you, DJ LOH on the ones and twos. What's cracking?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, but it's a little process, man. It's slightly, and I say slightly because shut up, Tank. Right. Tell him to shut the fuck up. Nah, man, it's different at this age, man. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And this was, the main thing that I was concerned about when I first lost weight, man. I lost that shit, and it wasn't about how I looked, but my thing was like, man, this shit, the worst thing to see is somebody in their 30s and 40s, trying to get that shit up off of.
Yeah.
And
it's hard because that thing called life kicks in.
Man, come on, man. So it's like now I'm gonna have to make some changes that would have been easy that right now kind of drastic, man. Like we already eating for the last 2 months. We ain't ate nothing but, as far as meat, we haven't eaten anything but fish. And so it's gonna be what I make it. So I ain't, I don't gonna sit around and cry on the shit. I'm just gonna start getting my ass up and like, if I can get, how we say life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, man, life don't happen in them wee hours of the morning. That's why they was getting motherfuckers up at 6 something in the morning in the military to do PT, because life ain't happened yet.
Yeah.
So if I can get in the gym or hit these streets with these sneakers before life happened, ain't no excuse.
Come on now, soldier. You know the slogan: we do more before more folks do. Before 6 a.m.
Come on with it, man.
Hey,
So
don't let my cousins out in Cali give me that phone call. Like, I seen your crazy ass cousin out here with a rucksack on running down the street.
Hey, listen, I will. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Listen, let me get to about 220.
Okay.
Let me get to about 220. When I know it ain't going, motherfucker, I'm about to take off down Pinot. I'm about to take the fuck off. I'm taking the fuck off with that rucko, man.
Yeah.
Look at the cut. He frozen like a motherfucker. Look at that smile. Look at him frozen. I ain't got no pants on, smile.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you about this. All right, so I'm in the middle of nowhere in Mexico, right?
Of course.
So
Expect nothing less. Yes.
yeah, the first couple times I came down here, there ain't no internet, So I went and bought that fucking SpaceX Starlink satellite system, the communication system, for internet and shit. Man, this shit is spotty at best. Like, yeah, bro. Like, set it up this morning, I was getting 200 megabits, and now it's down to 6. So I don't know what the fuck the deal is.
Damn,
but
Cuddy.
I thought
save your money, y'all. Save your money.
Supposed to be tapped
Starlink
in.
is going to be the shit down the road. It is not the
now.
shit right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just sit on it. Just hold on until they work out the kinks, and you'll have the generation 1.
What you need is Skynet.
Shit, I got generation 2. This shit's going on eBay as soon as I get the fuck back home.
Right.
No, I guess they're pulling some funky shit. Because like I ordered it for the house and it's back ordered. So like a month or two goes down the road and they go, we have Starlink for RVs, which is the same system, except it comes with like a floor stand. I don't get it. But they were like, you can order this. And I was like, fuck it. So I ordered both of them and the RV system came in and it's
shaking. Hey, man, you took a shot,
man,
brother.
We glad to have you. Fuck it. Nigga rigged it. That's what's
up. Use my goddamn phone. That's all.
Right. That's all good.
Shit, the fat boys. I'm digging these shirts, man. Where you getting these shirts from?
Man, it's just these is like pandemic clothes. It's stuff I bought and just threw it in the closet. And I had this shit for a minute.
The Disco 3.
Yeah, the original.
Disco 3.
Man, go back to Crush Groove. You'll learn, kids.
Yeah.
Watch Crush Groove. You'll learn.
Yeah. Then watch Disorderlies. One of my all-time favorite films, man.
Yes, sir.
God,
boy. That's these only cats I know should be rocking skinny jeans because there was no regular jeans to fit their big asses. So they were the only ones who should have been rocking skinny jeans.
And put on a raccoon hat and they was killing that shit.
Man.
Hey, is Prince Marky D the only one left?
He died.
Prince Marky D died?
Yeah, he had a heart attack like in Miami a couple years ago. Only one left is Kool Roski. He's the only one, and he's slim. He's about 2.
Yeah, he lost all that shit.
He's about 200.
I don't mean to laugh, but god damn it, it should motivate us, man, because he's the only one that got rid of it, man.
Yeah.
And he's slim.
Yeah, he dropped all that shit. He done with the fuckery and eating, all you can eat,
What's up, Brun-Law? That's my brother-in-law down in Texas, Brummy. What it do, man? The only police officer I like. No, bullshit. This is a good dude, man. Eat some beans, and very soon. What the fuck is he talking about? That's my bro, man.
Some inside shit, man. You can explain.
How to eat to live.
Eat some beans, boy.
Man, we're gonna do you
like your Muhammad
come on in. What do you say?
Oh shit.
Oh man. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Oh, okay. Yeah, fat boy. Yeah. All right, brother.
Yeah, so we got all kind of technical difficulties going on this week.
All right, man.
Hey man, as long as we got the screen up, we can make it happen.
Man. Yeah, so, fucking laptop died this morning.
That is fucking crucial.
That's
Tank
horrible,
without his laptop, man, that's a loss, man.
No.
He coming back to the States.
Man, this is weird. Like I don't borrow laptops. You know what I mean? Like I'm on somebody's laptop right now. This ain't mine. It's weird.
That shit got hearts and stickers all over it.
What is this? Right. Why do you have buttons?
Baby, could you put this in English for me?
You're wrong for that.
Exactly.
Man. You're wrong for
That's
that.
how it went. That's exactly how it went.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Well, am I right or wrong?
Oh man, shots fired early.
She had to switch it to English. I ain't making fun of
Yes, you is,
that's
man.
real
Go
talk.
ahead.
I ain't
He was
making
like,
fun
he
of
was like,
it,
yeah, I had to do that because I didn't know. I didn't know what the settings was. I just couldn't navigate this bitch. So yeah, sorry.
It lets you know how stupid we are as Americans, man. I mean, like, we are the only nation that doesn't have like multiple languages in their curriculum. You know, like every other society learns more than one language.
Yep.
And ours is, you might have 1 year of Spanish, you know,
That's
1 year of Latin. And
man, nobody remember that shit.
4.
Nah. You had 4?
4 years of Spanish.
See, he was a G with it. You know?
Yeah, you didn't hablo some español, huh?
Muy poquito.
See?
Very little.
Very little. Yeah, that's how much I know. I didn't went through my whole fucking vocabulary.
Enough to get by though when I'm down there.
I learned more from hanging with the Puerto Ricans. That's all, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Spanish.
No, that's real Spanish.
I was like, that's that shit I need to, you know, when I'm on that corner. I need to know when to shake, shake and bake.
I took French. I only remember how to say what's your name. My name is, and all those little few other things.
Je m'appelle.
Yep. Je m'appelle. Je suis and all that bullshit. Come on, spell too.
Don't swallow your tongue now.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I went to Calvary. We don't swallow tongues, we speak them.
Oh, shots. The shots today, man. God. Hey, the shots.
All right, man. So what we kicking it off with, man?
Yeah, we need to transition. Go ahead, what y'all want to rip?
Man, hey,
we live. You want to go
Cousin Edison? What's that?
No, I'm saying you want to go ahead and I think number 1 was when Pops kicked his adult son out the crib.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, we don't have the clip, but Brother Ob sent us this info about a dude. He pretty much, man, I see where you was going with that, man, because it's not new news to like our community, because it's like, dude, dad rules, you know, you're a grown man, you could get gone at any given time, right?
Right.
But my thing was, I see where you was hitting at. He was trying to out dad as trying to be some, you know, homophobic or whatever, just trying to push dad into a corner where he don't need to be pushed in his own home. If he said get out, get out. Give a damn what you got on. You know, it's his house, his rules. It ain't got nothing to do with who you kissing and what lipstick and eyeliner you got on. It don't matter. If he said get gone, get. Yeah, that's in any race.
And the name of the video was Dad Kicks Grown Son Out the House because he wears makeup and lipstick. Now, the disingenuous thing about that title is, if you watch the fucking video, the father named a slew of other shit. He never mentioned the boy's sexuality and all of that.
Right.
And like you said, he tried to out his pops. And my thing is, listen, man, if your problem, if your dad's problem was your lipstick and your lashes, then I don't think he would have had you there in the first place. You're a grown motherfucker with makeup, a whole beard, right, and lashes, and he knew who you was already when he let you stay there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking what it is, he got tired of hearing all that grunting in the wee hours of no, I'm bullshitting. But
who was that you was calling daddy in the other room?
Stop the shots tonight.
I run to your room every 3-4 hours because you come screaming out daddy.
Man.
It's another nigga.
But yeah, I hate when people try to put people in corners like that. And I think that's what he was trying to do with his pops. You know, because who films that? Your dad just put all your shit out. Who films it? Who's gonna come to your defense?
Well, I think what I paid attention to was he wanted it to be that so bad. But the dad said, like, yo, it's rules here, man. Yeah. You got people up in here all times of the night. You this, you that. Now, his father, I'll say this, his father did take, it wasn't like he was living there for free. Youngin was paying half the bills. Right. But just because you're paying half the bills, it's still somebody else's house. And you still, obviously, it's not that important if he's kicking you out. You still don't get to sit up there and do certain things.
Right.
Now, the dad did say certain things like, you know, you what did he say? You embarrassing the family.
He said something about I don't like the company you've been keeping.
I don't like the company you've been keeping. And I was reading the comments, and like people said, it very well may be a case of he just don't like the bullshit. Like, but that's his house. And again, like I said, he knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? You live in there. But he probably just tired of the other company coming up in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know,
you got certain men who come from a certain time and generation, and it's like, man, I got one dude up in here switching.
Come on, man.
Man, you can't do that all day. You just can't look at that all day.
Nah, man.
Not in his house. His house, his rules.
Where the ass in your pants at, boy?
You walking around the house in them ass out pants, huh?
Some chaps.
You got some chaps.
Yeah. Some chaps on. He's like, that's it.
The dick out joints.
That's it. That's it, man.
Blue jean chaps. But it's just, look, man. You get these guys, and it's like, oh, you got look at Drews. You get these guys, and it's like,
again.
There we go.
Do it for the culture. One more time for the culture.
You're hurt again. Stop.
You don't want to hear that in the middle of the night.
He literally tore that nigga a new one. He just off in that nigga's ass.
What up, Big J?
So no, what's up, man? But it's no, man. You got to think, like, it's like you get these people, and it's not like, it's like, hey man, you got to accept my lifestyle. Okay, but your lifestyle is infringing upon my lifestyle. That's that man's household. If you want to do all that, if that was the case, go get your own fucking place. Right. And you Studio 54 it to fuck up if that's what you want to do.
I got a serious question though.
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, this is honest to God. I understand his dad is the homeowner, but if you paying half the bills, you don't think that merits him a little leeway? I mean, I ain't talking about what he did as far as taking liberties too far, but
Well, my thing is get it in writing.
Right.
That's all. I mean, when you paying half of a damn household, and you're a grown ass man, get it in writing.
Hey man, we got your sexuality in writing on this birth certificate. You'll fuck that up.
They got his gender. That doesn't guarantee his sexuality. They got his
nah, I'm just messing around. Hey,
you breached that contract, motherfucker. No, I'm bullshit.
But seriously though, when we talk about acceptance, what exactly is acceptance? Because we have this moving goal line when it comes to acceptance. When we were kids, acceptance of homosexuality was not getting these dudes beat up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not accusing everybody of having AIDS. You know what I mean? That was acceptance.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like,
not fucking with them, period.
Yeah, not fucking with them. And here it just seems like now they're fucking with us.
No, listen. Let me. I'm glad you said that, and I want to hit that, and then Drews remind me to get back to your point. I don't know if you all saw Macy Gray.
Yeah.
Macy Gray came out. This is a woman saying this. We know J.K. Rowling did it, and I guess it brought up Bette Midler. Like, starting to see a lot more women coming out. Internationally, they banned. They didn't ban it, but they made the restrictions so tough on trans athletes competing against natural born genders. Let's just say that, men and women. Yeah. It's damn near you can't do it. It's only in the States where you can do that, right? So Macy Gray comes out and she's like, I don't give a fuck what surgery you had. You still you're not a woman. You can't no, there's a whole thing called being a little girl. That's an epic thing for women. It was an epic thing. And there is no room for dissent or a dissenting opinion or a different, what is this? If the sun could put, if if the son could pay full, he would have his own place. Dad helping him out, house rules, exactly. Dad helping him out, but I do want to get there because his money.
That's a bit overly one-sided, in my opinion. But go ahead.
No, yeah, respect. But this is my thing. You can't have a dissenting opinion with anything. Like,
yeah,
since the beginning of time, it's been men and women. In most other countries, there are men and women. This is a Western thing. And Dave Chappelle said something. He hit the nail on the head when he said in his stand-up. I couldn't help to think if we wouldn't be talking about this if this wasn't something that white men wanted to do.
Say it correctly.
What was that?
There's a J before the W, and there's not an ITE after that W. They don't call the shots.
Oh, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. No. I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
The real liberals.
I got it. I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
ADL.
I'm not saying
ADL.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is this.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
The wording.
Like he said, if this was a bunch of black men, and like I said on the one show, you know, there's a comic. He did an interview on Comedy Hype where he said, in our community, they're very racist. He was talking about doing shows on Carnival cruises, all gay cruises, and he would be up there with the rich people, and they would look at him like, "What the fuck is this doing up there?" So he even validated. He said, "Yeah," and I didn't even like everything he said because he said, "Yeah, Chris, Dave Chappelle's it's kind of ignorant some of this stuff, but he's right about everything." Well, what's ignorant? It's a fucking joke. We laugh at everything. We laugh at black people. We laugh at white people. That's how we get through hard times, right? But when she came out and said this, J.K. Rowling came to her defense. We saw what happened, and you can't have a dissenting opinion. So you telling people who know for a fact this ain't no, you know, we know for a fact there's only two genders. There's only two genders ever fucking born. You want people to accept what's in your mind. If that's how you feel, it's not enough to say, "Hey man, if that's how you feel, that's a good thing." If you gay, that's your thing. Not a good thing, but that's your thing. Why does it have to be pushed on me? So my thing is, that boy knew growing up knowing who the fuck his daddy is. You grew up knowing who your daddy is, what his likes was, what his dislikes was. Obviously, y'all had a pretty close relationship for him to say, "Come on, man, you my son, I'll bring you in. Yeah, you like them boys, I accept this." But now you running around the house, you got the motherfucking baby doll eyelashes, the lipstick. You went from calling them pops or dad to daddy. "Why you doing this, daddy? Why you kicking me out, daddy?" And then the company up in his house, just because you pay bills, man, most men, we hit a certain age. If we ain't married, we don't want nobody in our shit. Motherfuckers get old and cranky. You know what I'm saying?
You just set in your ways. Like once that door locked, that's it. I don't want that door opening up until 6 a.m. You know, but other than that, you know, I mean, that's what it is.
But who the fuck want to grow up? I mean, but who the fuck want to say, "Yeah, come on in, son, you can come stay. I know, yeah, whatever." And then you wake up at 3 a.m. because there's 4-5 grown motherfucking men in the living room playing Evelyn Champagne King. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see,
I love that Champagne King, but continue.
I do too. But I'm saying they playing that shit for a different reason. Like, where the fuck? Who switched? You come out there about 3 a.m. Who the fuck switched out all my light bulbs? Why they all different colors and shit? You know what I'm saying? So you can't force that on your dad. Now, I do feel what Drew's saying. That's why I brought it up, man. Like, his money does buy him some leeway, but you still gotta accept the fact that that's your dad, man. That's your parents, man. Your parents shouldn't be privy to a bunch of shit.
It's your parent. It ain't your roommate. No matter how much money you paying, you in his house.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like I said, get it in writing so that way you know where you stand.
Let me say something. It ain't too many people, man or woman, heterosexual, that's gonna fuck their mate in the house while their parent is there or woke. So what is it that he did to piss that? Because the dad didn't say anything. He first he said, man, it's fucking rules in here. He ain't kicking that boy out of no goddamn eyelashes and lipstick.
Yeah, something went down, and dad is grown enough and old school enough to keep that business, house business. You ain't got to be like, put your phone down and talk to me. You ain't got to be up there trying to, live stream this shit. You're getting evicted, man. This ain't a TikTok. What's wrong with you?
Right, you doing this whole ass shit. Like you proving you feminine. Like, we get the fucking camera out of here. Get your heels out of my house,
like,
son.
You gotta go, man. You got too much, live streaming going on, man. You're doing the most.
Right.
Go on ahead. Tiles in the bathroom was for decoration, and you wiping your dick off on them.
I gotta go, y'all.
You gotta get out. You gotta get out.
Oh, we know this motherfucker ain't running the OnlyFans in that motherfucking living room, and somebody was like, "Hey, Kevin, man, hey,
man, is that your couch?
Is that your couch?"
Now look, my
your couch?
My comment and opinion was only based on
he was slinging doodle.
reasonable company and just normal, roommate courtesy. Like, obviously, he did something way beyond that. And his dad got sick of it. He got sick of holding it in. He probably said it a couple times, like you said, the old school, like, "Hey man, there ain't gonna be too many more of them Evelyn Champagne King parties in my living room at 3:00."
Right.
And it's the thing. Hey,
the last straw. He heard Grace Jones and was like, "That's it. That's it. That's it. Get your shit, homie. Get your shit."
Jones.
If I hear "Slave to the Rhythm" one more time.
Oh man. Hey.
Listen to what I'm saying too. Ain't nobody got a problem with him having company, man. But make your company act accordingly too.
What Dad says, the company you've been keeping.
Right.
See, there was. Let me see. This is why your name lost.
Did you hear that comment?
Right. Hey, but this is the thing, man. Like, your kids are never your roommates. There you go.
It is.
There you go. Like, let me tell you something. In Mama Joe's house, I was paying bills, paying for groceries,
and still.
That's that.
And
you ain't even got to go after the steal.
Yeah.
And steal.
That's it.
It's always that and steal when you in somebody's house. Your money only buy you the room.
In my mid-20s, my parents and I got a condo. My name on it, their name on it. Half the bills in my name, half the bills in their name. And I still
abide by the overall house rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who came first?
Yeah. And then it's about respect to your parents, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain things I just don't even. They know I'm doing. I don't want them to know I'm doing it.
Right.
They know I'm doing it.
Now, when you want to fuck with me about what I do outside the house, what's up, Sponge Bizzle? When you start fucking with me about what I do outside the home, then that's a different arena. Right. I was getting some pussy. I was getting down one night, and I remember my mother called me like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm chilling."
Time out.
Huh?
Yeah. You be like, "Time out. Hold on. I need your roots. Go ahead.
I'm about to tell you, bro. I'm sorry for cutting you off. She said, "Where you at?" Where I'm at? You with a woman? Yeah. You been there all night? Hell yeah. You ain't got no shame? I ain't finna talk to you about this. Hung the fucking phone up. What's wrong with you? Don't call my phone.
During the devil's hours. Right. You know what I'm doing.
Right. You calling me about who I'm laying the pipe to? What did he say to G-Money? Shit. Don't call me, motherfucker. I ain't in your crib. What's up, Jason Butler? If you want to do your own thing.
Right on.
How you want to live? You gotta get your own shit. You gotta get your own shit. Right.
Your house, your rules.
And then to say, yeah, man, I'm paying half the motherfucker. What you think you're supposed to do? You supposed to pay something.
You stand there.
You stand there. So
you've been lining up your beard in my sink for years, man.
Right.
You know,
right.
Shit.
It's pink hairs and with foundation all on them in the sink. That's what I'm saying. This shit going down the drain. Makeup and hair. Oh, listen. I just think that the brother, and we just having fun. No disrespect to that brother. If his son was straight and left his girlfriend home with pops, should he get mad if his pops piped her down and said, "There you go, you only pose Come on, man, come on." I mean, look, listen.
My pops would have did that.
Listen,
we know about Slick Rick.
That's right.
We know about Slick Rick.
Gus
would. Yeah, he would. And you knew better. You were like, oh shit. I knew I shouldn't have left her up there. He heard me leave.
It's a video where this young lady, I guess her and her dude was living at her mom's crib. And she came home and caught her mama in the bed with dude.
Their bed.
Yeah. In their bed.
Their bed. I saw that video.
You see what I'm saying?
I saw it.
So my thing is this with homeboy. We just having fun. No disrespect to him, but we need a little bit. We need more context,
right,
of what was going on before you try to get people to demonize your pops. Because I didn't see.
No more
I think we got more than
nothing else that goes on in the fucking house with anybody.
I'm with you on that. No, the only reason I said that is because you want to paint your dad as being a bad guy. What do you think?
That's a troll.
Okay.
That's a troll.
Oh, get him the fuck out of here. So yeah. So no, I'm just saying. The only reason I said that is because, oh man, get the fuck Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, man, get the fuck out of here. So we don't take requests, but so no, I just said that because we don't know what the fuck he did that prompted that. He just saying, "Daddy, why you do this?" Because it makes for a good.
Yeah, it's easy to play victim.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was about to say. It's easy to put that victim story out there. My daddy kicked me out because I had lashes and makeup on. Stop. Your dad knew you was gay, son. The way you talk, you can't fix that. You on that Herschel Walker son time, son. Like, stop. You did something, B. You did something, B.
Yeah, you did something.
He found the eyelash in the salami, son.
Stop. So, no. Next, man. What's next? Hey,
next,
man.
Yeah, let's go to the
we talk about that police department that has to apologize for using black only targets.
Oh my god, man, how fucked up is that? But
that ain't a new thing.
It ain't a new thing. I was gonna say that.
But like, when was it enough? And like, who was the whistleblower?
Some Cub Scouts was a whistleblower in this instance.
Okay.
Some literal Cub Scouts on me?
Literal Cub Scouts came up to him like, yo, we noticed that all of your targets are African American. The white ones are just set over to the side. They came in the same pack. We're just curious as to why you're not utilizing as many diverse targets, being that you encounter different people in your particular job. And a guy was stunned.
I feel so ignorant. I did not read. I thought I caught something about but I just was caught up on watching a video of the dude trying to backpedal and trying to say we could do better. I didn't catch the Cub Scout part or whatever. And I was just like, that's a damn shame. Kids caught it.
Yeah.
Kids caught it.
Not a whole group of kids.
Not the police. They just picked up on something that's so blatantly obvious, but nobody in the department realized, hey man, all we doing is shooting Rollos.
You know what the sad part about it is, man? There's targets out there that ain't even in the silhouette of a fucking it's like not a white or black. It's just a silhouette.
That's it.
With a target on the chest. That's it. I mean, what's the purpose other than you trying to condition
yourself
police
to be
officers?
desensitized.
Yep.
Desensitized
to the community that you're policing.
Because they out there, and it's not policing, it's target practice.
Right. Because think about it. They just Sean Bell the shit out of Homeboy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But motherfuckers get to shoot up how many motherfuckers in Highland Park up in Chicago? Killed 6, injured 23.
7.
Seven.
Somebody just passed.
Oh, yeah. And this motherfucker still walking around here.
Yeah.
The New York motherfucker still walking around here. Uvalde only dead because he took his own fucking life. So I mean, it's just getting to a point where, like, I get the Cuddy, man. I ain't finna put your business out there or where you at, but I get it because you start.
Oh, I'm in Mexico. I left. Fuck it.
Did you not see his name? That's what he went. He went and got lost.
I get it. And this is the thing. You know what? I seen a young lady. She did a short on YouTube. She was like, it was hard for me to come to this decision. She ain't even tell where she was at. She said, but I had to leave the States because I've been constantly having these reoccurring dreams about what's fitting to go down in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's just like, everybody can't do that. If you can, more power to you. But us here, you better be ready to fight. Cause man, you keep telling me that they only doing that to our people, like they only doing that shit to our people, nobody the fuck else. Like, it's conditioning, man. That's why they had them black fucking targets. Them Cub Scouts didn't discover nothing that the motherfuckers didn't already know that they was doing.
Yeah, but it's out there. The kids can't, take back what they said, and other people have caught up on it. Now it's
right.
Now it's out there.
There was another instance like several years ago, but I cannot remember the police department or the city. But it wasn't kids that found out. Someone in the department blew the whistle. Of course, they probably had hell to pay. But I mean, nonetheless, this has been going on. And then what's crazy is with all this what they're calling critical race theory, they're trying to distract us from the truth. I mean, the truth of the matter is, the police started from the slave patrols. I don't care who doesn't like it. Go do your research. The police department was incorporated in the state of Massachusetts. They can look this stuff up and find out. Like, these were people who weren't even willing participants at first. And then when they started to grant them the status as white people, then their families signed up by the droves to join the departments.
Come on with it, Drews. Come on with it, goddammit. Come on with it. Keep spitting, son. Keep spitting.
They would chase it down.
Bars. Keep spitting.
Runaway slaves.
Listen.
And so who became the slaves in the urban Indians? The slaves and the urban Indians is one and the same. They all went from one plantation to working at plants.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
or a plantation.
Yeah, and it's just listen, man. Yeah, it's look, man. We know what time it is. There's been a FBI memo that's been out there for damn near a decade about how these law enforcement agencies have been infiltrated by white supremacists.
Even the FBI.
No,
seriously, real talk. Yeah.
Have you all ever seen that video? It was a documentary. I think it was talking about the Klan. And
is it on Amazon Prime?
It might have been, but they just showed
the Klan and Ku Klux Klan.
I don't know.
Like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, it's all good, bro. Let me see. Jason Butler, the hunt has been on. It's just becoming more blatant and one exactly. And one is doing nothing about it. Right. That's what I'm saying, man. When you force people into a position, and I think they've been trying to force this position for a long time. But when people truly feel desperate, they're gonna fucking fight you back. But what I was about to say was they showed when the Klan was at its height, when these motherfuckers was marching through Washington. Then it's like they want people to believe that all of a sudden these motherfuckers disappeared. It's the furthest thing.
They just marched in Boston.
Right. But what I'm saying,
new outfits. They had on Dockers with a blue polo and a white white face covering, whatever mask or they just marched.
They got titles like Supreme Court Justice and Congressman and Senator. And, come on, man. And they got some happy Negroes up there that like to do fish fries and fight for other people except for their own. I'm just saying, man. Come on, man. You had one dude who bragged for how many years about getting his ass whipped before he passed away? I took that bridge on that bridge. I got hit with that brick. Man, look, stop trying to talk like Dr. Martin Luther King, man.
Oh,
I'm trying to talk. Damn, he was going to say, I got arrested seven times in here. Then I got arrested here. Then I got arrested over here.
You're not going to disrespect the dude, man. I forgot. Damn, what's his name? You're killing me, man.
He's a sucker.
Say it. Just say it. Say it loud.
It's John Lewis, motherfucker.
John Lewis.
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
Man.
So the same man who admitted that at 16 years old he was recruited, which is what they've constantly done. They still do it now because that's the age that Martin Luther King Jr. graduated college. So they tapped him about 2 years earlier. So John Lewis' parents begged him and cried not for him to not join the civil rights movement with Dr. King because Dr. King wasn't aware of what really was happening. So during the same time period when Stokely Carmichael hijacked the movement and said Black Power on it with the TV camera rolling, Martin tried to pull him aside and quiet him, but that's what he was planning there to do. So the reason I'm saying all this is this: Negro rights went down the tube because Negro was the status of the formerly known as American Indian. So when he was fighting for civil rights, people keep getting it fucked up and twisted, and all these other groups have been getting benefits off of our fight for rights that we never got. So long story short, John Lewis didn't listen to his parents, and what he did with the Voter Registration Act was cause all Negroes who voted to lose their land rights. Yeah, that was the first thing. So if you voted, you lost your land rights, and ironically, in order to vote prior to that, you had to be a white man of good financial standing and a landowner. So
the irony.
Thank you, John Lewis.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those are some true facts about law enforcement. Right on, man. And you know, matter of fact, I don't want to put off my brother-in-law's business, man. That's a good man out there. I ain't gonna do that to him. But what he's saying is
there's
real
a lot
shit.
of good men. They should just become sheriffs.
That's
law enforcement.
Like
police are policy enforcers.
Yeah, like he taught me so much shit one night. You know, when I first got into, however, that is not taught in the academy. Word up. Right. I went on a ride along with him, and he was just teaching me little shit. But what I'm saying is, man, like that's this country. It's shocking. It was probably shocking to those children because they're children.
Mm-hmm.
But every man on the screen, every man is writing something. DJ LOH, we've all been dealt with our fair share, so we know what time it is. Mm-hmm. That's why it's because of those targets that when we in the car and a motherfucking police officer get behind us, nobody look back.
Nobody blink.
Nobody fucking blink.
Nobody
you be sitting there
blink.
like this.
Like, how do you explain to a child you could do everything right, he still blow your fucking head off?
There you go. There you go.
How do you explain somebody who just turned 16?
Come on, man.
That look like you know, your son and your daughter.
I'll tell you, that's a good question. I could tell you a good place to start is the movie The Great Debaters. Not to plug.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
But that scene when he went out and got drunk and messed around on, you know, Journey Smollett character, you know, Miss Book, Samantha Book with an E, and he came back and what's his name? Denzel. What's his last name? The younger actor.
Denzel Whitaker.
Whitaker, that's right. Like, okay. He when he was saying, you know, but what if we do everything right? He's like, we didn't do anything wrong. He's like, you know, even when we're you know, not hurting anybody. And he said, don't you understand? Just because you're a nigger, they'll do it to you just because you're black. You know, and he was talking about when they found the man hanging and they wanted to get out and cut him down. And you know, there was a big lynch mob still waiting for somebody to stop like they did.
Mm-hmm. And they drifted. That was the first drift in the movie. It wasn't it wasn't Fast and the Furious. That's the first time we saw in that little
old school.
Crank it up.
Yeah,
man. It you know, it's just that's and I think this country has, oh man, smoke and mirrors and illusions have got a lot of our youngins believing that it's all good.
And this generation, everybody, you know, it's all about equality. But for the older generation, we like, dude, they're not playing fair.
Right.
Y'all going out here, man. Y'all the new crash dummies. You know what I mean? It's like they're not playing it fair. Y'all think everything is sweet. It's not sweet by any means.
They get
by no means.
They ain't got no equality in them fucking targets they using at the range.
There it is.
See, let me tell you something. Let me see. As far as the targets, all ethnicity are used besides all
silhouettes.
Okay. No, I got that. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Right on, bro. Listen. It's look, man. It is. I was in school one time, and do y'all think we need another leader to rise and speak on? No, we don't need another leader.
No.
Jason
be the leader where you are.
Yeah,
right. Because we think we get leaders, and then we get Obamas and these other cats that's very passive. What the best leader we can be is to teach our children the game. That's the best thing you can do. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, quit having these kids, walking around thinking that, all we doing is slap boxing. No, they're throwing haymakers. Quit slap boxing. They're throwing haymakers, man. They will fucking drop your ass in a minute. You over there like, nah, all we doing is just slap boxing. No. I mean, you keep constantly looking at this dude. He got a closed fucking fist. And he's swinging.
With a roll of nickels or quarters in it.
There you go.
a crown roll sack, Yeah.
Hey, you about to say something, Cuddy?
There's some shit going on in China. Now they're using a social scoring system where if you get caught on a viral video, you get caught on a video doing something, people can go on there and vote whether you legit or you on that bullshit. Now, a social credit scoring system might be the way of the future. I mean, if we're using how everyone else views us going into getting jobs, then we get rid of some of these bad policing, some of these bad police officers. If they've done fucked up shit and enough people have seen it and gave them the thumbs down, then they don't get that job anymore. Yeah,
that could be problematic, man.
It very much is so. I mean,
but fucking problematic. Because what? How do you rectify that?
You don't.
See,
I don't know.
Come on, you got.
I mean, it's new. It's new. And I've never used it, but I'm sure be some more shit we figure out in the future.
Yeah.
But what happens when motherfuckers don't want to give up the videos, or what happens when we find out that there's a big percentage, which we already know, there's a big percentage of the fucking population that don't see anything wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Okay. So the first thing, of course, we're moving towards a blockchain-based society. And on this blockchain, things like Ring videos, videos from your cell phone, traffic camera videos, all that shit will be stored on the blockchain in the cloud. Mm-hmm. Now, this whole system is tokenized. So there are owners to this stuff, but when people go do it, they end up paying the person who posted the video. Mm-hmm. So that might be incentive to release every video that is available, because everybody's looking to make $1 off of it.
Absolutely. But again, what happens when we find out that a big percentage of the population doesn't see anything wrong with what said officer did? Listen, man, we seen videos. I forget the brother. I think it was South Carolina. He had child support warrants or some shit like that, and he took off running, cash out him in the back.
Yeah,
and they still made excuses for that motherfucker. They had another, I'm gonna just say, black male up there. It was like, once you feel the evidence, once you look at the evidence, you see that the police officer did nothing wrong. If I shoot you in the front of you, the side of you, the back, my ass is going to jail. He shot a man running. And that's what I'm saying. Our kids need to know the game. Not just about the folks. It's not just one group. When I was in school, it was this young cat I used to rap with. And I used to tell him, man, don't get it fucked up. You see all of these youngins got the sneakers on, the Jordans, and they talking that shit and they listening to the rap music, but at the end of the day, they got to go back home to their culture. They got to go back home to the real norms, mores, and folkways that they came up with. You know what I'm saying? So they cool with you right now, but I bet you never go.
You never get invited to dinner.
Yeah. There you go. They get to your house before you get to theirs. I'm not saying all people are bad. I'm just saying there's a certain spidey sense that past generations of our people had where we was like, wait a fucking minute. Brother, your world talks about it. Go ahead.
We invented, I want to do a segment on it not too long ago, code switching. See what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know, how we act when we out in the corporate world, and then we come back home and we take that off.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because sometimes, you'd be able to do it on the phone. You won't know what race the person is.
Come on, man. What was that movie?
Oh, sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
That's it.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Code switching. Man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
I just think, man, especially with this last generation, I ain't saying we shit, because I drill my youngins, but I think a lot of people, and I'm, hey man, this don't make you a bad parent, because our people got so much to worry about. People in general got a lot to worry about, but our people got so much to worry about. When it's, I'm not saying we got the only ones, but the majority of people being gunned down just by anybody, some people that look like us included. You know what I mean? We catching it from all sides, and we can't afford to send our babies out there like this generation without that spider sense who think everybody cool. You gotta think, man. It's some young black people that got a white friend that may have grown up with them, and just because they grew up with them, it's okay for them to say the N-word. But then when that person get around some other people, I don't feel like I should have to change it. I'm not changing. This is where I grew up at. There's a Filipino rap artist down in, I think it's Modesto. This motherfucker refuses to stop saying a word. He said it like, I ain't changing it for nobody because I don't mean disrespect. Don't matter what you mean, it's how it come out. I watched China Mac. He said, I'm gonna stop saying it now because somebody forced me to. And if a person be respectful and ask me not to say it, so I gotta be respectful and ask you not to disrespect me, motherfucker. But if I called you by some racial epithet, then you'll be ready to get down with me.
But that's the flex, because they'll say that when that camera's in front of them. But come on down to MLK,
right,
and shoot your video and say what you said, and see how many brothers and sisters who are of sound mind accept that kind of language.
There you go.
And that's all. And that's how we've been seasoned up. We know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
They talking that, but like you said, once Tommy has to go back home, those Jordans are coming off and those penny loafers are going on. You know what I mean? He's going home. He's gonna switch up.
Right.
He ain't gonna say that shit.
Right.
And he knows when and where. Remember the movie Office Space? The motherfucker was rapping, and then the car pulled up on the side of him. He started, slouching down in his car when he was over there rapping Scarface. You know what I'm saying? You heard that shit, and he wanted to go in extra heavy, but he realized, hey man, it might not be a smart idea to continue with these lyrics.
Right.
Right. They know.
Yeah, man. It's I pray for these youngins, man. I really do, man. I see them.
I mean, we just it's the pill popping generation, man. Everything is groovy.
Even,
you know what I mean?
Everything. Let me see. Our kids aren't built like us. It's hard because they are soft and it's hard to get them to understand. I mean, you can't say it no better than Mr. Butler, man. Shout out to you, man. I wish I had the
that's my cuz.
Hey man, he right. Hey Drizzy, do it one time for the culture for him. Do it one time for the. we ain't got the other sound effects, so you gotta do it one time.
You're hurting it.
That's it.
Shout out to Mr. Butler. We ain't got the shit that Smack use on the battle rap. How this shit go? And shit like that and shit like that. We ain't got that. We can't drop a bomb on them like Funk Flex. So you know what I mean? We got just to do it for the culture,
We're gonna get there. We're gonna
get there, you know what I mean?
But shit, man,
so yeah, man.
Let's go ahead and switch up. What's shit? What the fuck is the list?
It's all good, man. Shit. We winging this, and this shit is. I'm having a good fucking time, man.
Hey, man, I think
things happen, technical difficulties, motherfuckers. Y'all gonna get y'all not gonna get the whole show anyway. Y'all gonna some segments. Shit, this the most talking we had.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we had to kick it from the dome, man. What was that Carnival cruise shit? Y'all see that? Did y'all check that out?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, somebody had a threesome.
Oh, I did see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, on a Carnival cruise ship, and shit went left. I guess somebody got left out. You don't do no shit like that on a boat. Where you gonna go? You on a boat. Where you gonna go?
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's levels.
Yeah, it's levels.
So it started a brawl?
But yeah. You get a chance, man. Peep it out. And it's our folks.
Oh.
It was like 60 people in this fight, dog. Yeah,
over a threesome?
over a threesome, man. You know, one cats get to swing in, and
there's cruises
one cat
called hedonism tours.
Somebody got caught slipping on the damn Carnival cruise ship, man.
The food is terrible on Carnival. I get in 5 thumbs down. Anyway.
Don't ever take a Carnival cruise.
Don't take a Carnival.
Nastiest. It's you might as well put the whole hood on a ship.
Is that it?
Like, yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
With some wine and some art galleries.
The motherfuckers swear they doing something. It's a whole bunch of fat bitches in black.
Yeah, that shit ain't nothing but the floating victories.
Oh my God. That is a vision.
Keep fucking with Carnival like that.
That is a vision. That is a fucking vision.
He well said.
Like, I love my people, man, and my people can get down, but God damn, man, some niggerish shit going on in them boats. Like, I'm sure Amistad didn't have this much niggerish shit going on. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, I'm dead serious, man. Like, man, I took a 3-day cruise on a Carnival, man. And it was like I was sitting back at the bar just looking. I went down to Ensenada.
You said you was in the back of the bar.
I was just sitting at the back of the bar, just looking at this.
Like, what are they shooting dice?
Yeah, bunch of big girls with wigs on and nails this long, trying to get in the hot tub, talking about they don't. Like, man, fuck out of here.
Okay. Hey, look, I hear the same shit about every cruise, man. I hear the same shit about every cruise. Mother like, man, ain't nothing but the hood up there, man. Ain't nothing but the hood.
Is it just Carnival, or is it just, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't hear it's
the cheaper ones are like
mainly.
That. Okay. And then you get to the higher up, not the higher up ones, but the little bit more expensive ones. Yeah. And then it's just nothing but fucking old people. So like, you know, like Carnival deals with a lot of people in their 20s.
All right.
You know, and then when you pack a boat full of nothing but food and alcohol and nothing, like, it is just some bullshit that's gonna go down.
It's some shit that's gonna pop off, and like I said, they had to call in the Coast Guards and all kind of stuff to break up this fight. I mean, because yeah, man. I mean, who's gonna stop it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna stop it when you got that many people? I think they said like 30 or 60 something people, man, was just throwing punches at each other. They got video footage of it.
Oh, I got to see this.
Yeah, sent you guys the link. Check it out, man.
I wish I would have been there. I don't even want to see it now. This is ruined.
On a ship. It's like a fucking threesome, man. Like,
the whole Kim Brooks
trying to tip back into your room or whatever, or some chick then posted a picture of your ass. You done fell asleep in her room. You know, or I don't know. Like I said, it was a threesome. So
the whole Kim Brooks
popped off,
coordinated.
I don't know if homeboy chick got tossed up. You know, she joined another couple and he didn't get his invite.
You don't go on there for that. You go on a hedonism tour. I mean, listen, y'all.
Right. I see what he's saying.
I'm not into that. I have a person that I known for a long time. And she schooled me to this. And I was like, okay, I'm not interested in that, but I can see where some people might want to go just for the experience. And, you know, the island is all going on there, and on the ship is going on there. And,
okay.
You know,
man, look, let me say this, man. Drizzy right. Because let me tell you something, man. I know somebody, they called me up like, yeah, man, went to this threesome last night. And that shit, the way he described that shit was like, it sounded like hell, man.
Yeah.
It sounded like the fucking upside down. I was like, man, so, bro, you don't know who this bitch fucking before you. Like, you telling me she just took a KFC wet wipe and ran that motherfucker between her legs and then you came and hit that? That's what I'm saying. That type of shit, I ain't into that shit. I would.
You on the ship, man. Again, we don't know what the combination was for this threesome. You said that we don't know how this
fighting over 3 people wanting to have sex.
But you know how brothers get down when a fight pop off.
Yeah.
You know, this cat didn't
step on I said I wish I'd have been there.
He stepped on my Stacy's. You know what I mean? So somebody get bumped, and then another person get bumped, and then you know, that's it. Fisticuffs.
I wonder if this shit had anything to do with why that dude got kicked out of his daddy house.
The Coast Guard done called 3 times here, boy. What you been doing? What you really been doing?
Like I'd started a fight just to bring more sailors.
You're going to hell, man.
I am.
Going to hell.
I guarantee somebody was screaming, "Stop! You're hurting him!"
Guaranteed, man. All right, we could transition easily into the next topic, man, which is the epitome of a baby mama.
Oh my God,
homeboy.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah,
let's get it.
Let's get it. I wish we had the video because it's actually her going back and forth with old buddy, talking about why he can't bring food for the rest of her kids, even though he's only responsible for one of her kids.
Yeah, so this broad has like 4 kids. One kid is by this dude that shows up with McDonald's, and she trying to give him the business. She on her phone recording this motherfucker pulling up like, I know he ain't bringing up food for everybody.
I'm gonna expose him. Listen. A hood rat's vocabulary, and a hood rat's vocabulary is very small. It consists of expose, at the end of the day, and irrelevant. That's it.
That's about it.
Bottom line is
right. Bottom line is, and every other word is.
Yeah.
Followed by clap top.
Yeah.
So, and then the thing is, this same chick, she took the guy's McDonald's that he bought for his son. Instead of taking that shit in the house, if everybody was so hungry, and cutting that shit up 4 ways with a butter knife, the bitch took it and threw it along with the drink. Then, because it backfired on her, and she's the dickhead, she comes out. And makes herself look worse by trying to explain herself and justify the shit. Like, oh, our kid is the youngest, and he was buying McDonald's before, and he want to mess around every now and again. But the one question this loudmouth heifer could not answer was, what about the other kids' daddies?
Yeah. Radio silence.
What responsibility do they have? And you watch this girl. Her nails done, her wig is done. She got makeup, lashes, and all this shit. But your 4 kids got to be hungry till the 11th, and you putting it all on one dude.
Yeah,
you putting it all on one dude. He did right.
Yeah, something is better than nothing. You got one active. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
One active baby daddy. Act accordingly.
Man, let me tell you this. Go ahead.
The response video from him. Now, I don't know if it was the actual person. The original person, but it was a video. Dude went and got all the other fathers, and they rolled up on her, and they all had McDonald's in their hands for each of the kids.
Oh,
was it the real chick?
God,
I don't know. I got to find out. I got to do some more research.
I think that should have been a spoof, man. I think that might have been a spoof.
Because it's funny.
It might have been a spoof, but it might have been a spoof. But man.
Listen, man.
Come on, man. You ain't gonna get too many brothers that's gonna get down like that. They're gonna be on the same group chat.
Let me say this, man.
For the hood, right?
Well, yeah, of course not. Yeah.
I blame him still because.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Yeah. I blame him because bitch had 3 kids.
If yours the youngest, yes.
Right. You should have been more responsible with your seed. If you was gonna hit that, get in and out, bang, boom, you ain't have to worry about no onion rings and fries for the mother motherfuckers. but that's why we as men, like, we tell women all the time, hey, you gotta vet this person, vet that person. As men, we need to protect our own goddamn seed, man. Because just like these women need to protect their eggs, and there's some foul men out here that need to be locked under the jail for some shit that they do. It's some women that ain't worth a motherfucker. Because this the thing. A man's job is to provide, and you protect and provide. But if y'all ain't together and you a single mother, that shit falls on you. These motherfuckers take pride in saying, I'm the mommy and the daddy. But you gotta feed. That's on you to feed them, not look good. See, you looking good so you can trap the next motherfucker. You know what I mean? And give him a kid so he can bring McDonald's for the other 4 once that shit happened. But the kid was smart. He was like, man, I'm hungry to the motherfucker. I'm about to put this SOS in the pops. I got this track phone he gave me. I'm about to call him on the bat phone. They should have ran downstairs and hopped in the car and they went around the block.
He's like, Dad slid me his jailhouse prime code phone. And yeah, man, it's on.
Yeah.
Send him that text and like, hey man, this is what I need you to pick up from Riley's.
Right.
You know?
Right. Now we get away from his responsibility. This motherfucker got all the nerve in the world. You putting all of that on the one dude? All of that on the one dude.
I mean, I thought it was a joke at first, man, but she was dead ass serious.
So,
like, man, you could be bringing, you already there. You could get what you call it. He was like, bad enough I can't even have custody of my kid, and I got to feed him this shit. Right. Let alone, you know what I mean? It was like shit.
Sounds like she put the call in. Your baby hungry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. No problem. What's he eat? He likes cheeseburgers, right? Last time I had him, he had a cheeseburger. We got some fries. Probably got him a little high C orange, whatever, a little toy. I'm gonna get him a Happy Meal. I'll be through in about 15. Cool. That's the rest of them hungry too. All right, yeah, I'll be through in about 15. I'll see you. Yeah, like I said, the red click.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah.
There you go, little man. That's my soldier right there. That's my soldier. Yeah.
Right.
All right,
you come play some PlayStation.
Yeah, we coming this weekend. He coming over, right?
But we all know hood houses. Mm-hmm. That youngin was just turned into prey. If he the youngest, and he got McDonald's,
he ain't playing that game no more.
I'm just saying.
Chivalry is the horse and is dead.
He got a point. Man. He got a point because
chivalry is a horse,
and this is where you kind of do. You is fucked up as it is because even though it's not his responsibility, him providing for his boy in that instance, the other 3 kids gonna be like, "Hey man, what the fuck going on? Yo, give me some of them fries."
Pretty much. What you got on that drink, man?
Right. I need a couple swigs of that. What's up?
That's what I'm saying. He just made Junior pray. Like, dude, get your kid, bring him out to the whip, let him smash his food,
right,
and then send his ass back in with a full belly because. Hey man, you don't have no rules in that house, man.
You got a point.
See, hey, Brummy, man, we gotta get you the link so you can get in on this. This man got so much insight on this shit.
You got a point.
I'm just saying, man, you set little man up for some
motherfucking proving her ass unfit because she can't feed the rest of them, and she using mine as a ploy to get me to feed them all. When she knows I didn't sire them all.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, Cuddy. What you about to say?
So if he needs to go temporary guardian ad litem. You need me to
like I said, man, he might not
mine.
Right. He might not even be in a situation considering the only thing he could bring, he ain't bringing a plate. He bringing some fast food. You know what I mean? He on the 99-cent.
I don't mean he can't.
I'm just saying.
He might have been quick, but I get that his vantage point is what if that is all he can do?
Yeah, his situation is like, dude, I barely got a place to stay, but I'm gonna make sure mine eat.
Right.
No matter what, I'm gonna make sure mine eat. And again, pull his ass. We're going to sit on the porch and we're going to bond for the next 15 to 20 minutes while I watch you eat. Then you go back in the house because I'm pretty sure, like you said, first of all, the mama threw the food away. But it's the same difference if he go in the house and the hyenas is loose.
Right. And see, at that point, that's what I'm saying, man. And I was listening to the lead attorney and he was pretty much saying the level of shit a woman has to do for a man to get custody. But I think
it's bad.
Yeah, I think T.I.
depends on the state you're in also.
Yeah, I think,
and you got to keep track of everything. Like if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. I can tell you that.
Right. Because I think T.I. was one of the ones who was able to get custody of his kids. She was used to juicing it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, damn, man. I wish
he was the last one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was the last one.
Right.
Like you said, he didn't do the Carfax.
Right.
There you go.
You know,
and I guarantee you,
she about the damages.
She done ran the other 3 motherfuckers away, or 2, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She done ran them away. Even if it was 1, she ran him the fuck off. And it's like the sense of it. The sense of entitlement. Man, I listened to a woman. Let me say this shit. I listened to a woman. She was on the phone with my niece's dad. I'm saying this for a reason, because brother-in-law right here. So she was on the phone with my niece's dad one day. This was before my brother married my sister. I said, "Say, man, I'm listening to this conversation. She said, "You better be glad I ain't put your ass on child support." So I said, "Oh, we're not gonna pay on child support, right?" So my sister come out the room. She pretty much, man, that's some bullshit. That's cap. She said, "Cause that ain't even her biological dad. Her real daddy locked the fuck up." That's the boldness of these bitches, man. Yeah. That's the boldness. Here it is. Not only did she, at the moment when she was on the phone with the ex dude who stepped into the role of daddy, he said, "Hey, can we put the link in the thing?"
Hey, just send it to him through your email, man.
Oh, the link. I don't know how to do all that shit. Let me see.
You don't know how to forward the email? Come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey,
yeah,
man.
It's the same link. Just forward the email.
Hey, Brummy. Hey, just send me a text to your email. Yeah, right? Send me a text to your email. But not only did she have a good fucking dude there that was taking care of all of that, she was talking shit to the ex who stepped in the role of the dad. Meanwhile, the daddy, the motherfucker who got that nut locked up. That's the nuts.
Works. Yeah,
man. Listen, that's the nuts on these motherfuckers.
That's the delusion. Because he called you daddy. That's your son.
Right.
No, DNA better call him daddy. And that's why I like my man said from mediocre tutorial reviews. DNA test should be mandatory at birth, no matter what.
Hold on, let me send this shit. I'm gonna do this like this.
Hey, man, I could have swore up and down that I am related to this woman. Does anyone know where this video happened to take place at?
Who?
I don't know.
Which video?
The one
the one with the McDonald's and the
McDonald's.
No,
okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you're related to her?
Doesn't that sound so...
like one of the arguments my cousins would bring up?
So that's why it's so familiar with us, and it resonates with us well. Because either we're related to that person or we didn't heard this shit before. One of the homies going through it. Like, man, she is crazy. Like just like on what was that Friday after next? She was 6 months when I met her.
Yeah.
I thought she was just beer because she had a little beer on her breath. Wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, but
all
seriously,
right, bro,
man,
I'm sending you this shit, man.
Some of these women who have children by multiple men would this dude probably wouldn't have had no problem bringing everybody in that house something to eat if she knew how to fucking talk to people.
If she was cool people, period.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Cool, I mean, if the motherfucker showing up with food and you want some bullshit.
Wait a minute, Cuddy. Let's
throw it away though.
Right. But hold on. Let's think about what you said. If she was a nicer person, let's take that to what Drizzy was saying. She probably put the call in and talked shit to him to get him over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She probably talked shit to get him over there. He's like, bitch, I ain't finna buy them other three nothing.
Or she could say she's stunting on it. You know what I mean? And telling all her people she going on the gram, saying I got this knucklehead paying for all my, while I'm taking the money and I'm getting fresh.
Come on with it.
Come on. It's just irritating, man. It's embarrassing, man. That she's mindset is just so disgusting and morbid. It's not even funny no more.
But you know what's even more embarrassing? We ain't seen the dude face. But
no. I mean, what do? You go to drop off food for your kid, and here she got this phone in your face.
But this is the thing. How we know the kids ain't looking like, hey, man, your mom's a rat. She can't afford to feed y'all. Why she on the internet?
Yeah.
Talking about she don't get her check to the 11th.
Right. Why she on that Obama phone?
Your mom's a rat. You know how kids are.
In the hood. Yes.
Right. Why your mom's on that Obama phone putting all your business in the street, son? Yeah. Like, I don't know how old these kids are. I mean, he old enough to eat McDonald's. Motherfucker got to at least be about 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a Happy Meal. He had them in, the brown bag special. I'm just saying, man. The boldness of somebody that man is taking care of his responsibility. So now you about to make him culpable for your other responsibilities?
I mean, if she was dead ass serious, man, and I was like, okay, that's crazy. But then y'all said it's a part 2. of her trying to clean it up, and it was
she was trying to clean it up.
How do you, baby? That's you. As Tank said earlier on those point systems. Yeah, you never work. You know,
right?
You put her ass up on that blockchain, you never work.
Right, man.
Where's Roe v. Wade?
Wow. Wow.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like you got these people out here being willy-nilly with the sexual shit, man. And then you decided to lay down, you decided to have these babies, and now everybody else got to pay. I mean, this may be more exaggerated, but what's the fucking difference between this and that woman who had like 18, 19 kids, had a grown fucking man living with her, but was sitting up there talking about, hey man, somebody got to pay for my kids. Somebody need to do something about this. She was living in a hotel with 2 beds with like 97 kids and a grown ass man who couldn't go out there and cut some grass, nothing, sell crack, whatever to feed them kids. She's saying that the state, she said that the fucking state needed to help her and the city needed to do something.
Right. They need to get a tubes tied.
Right. It's the same thing.
We got fuck. And you didn't morphed.
Duplicated.
Morphed over. That's all.
I'm going here twice.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Oh, I was about to say, like, this dude is a mutant. He's an X-Man. but yeah, man, you know, and hopefully, I don't know, man. That shit is, hopefully somebody, you know, hollered at Shorty like, man, you fucking up. Why'd you do that to that man? Like, you just, like, those are, like, where's the other 3 days? You couldn't answer that fucking question. And I'm hoping that somebody interview. I'm hoping like Tasha K interview, because Tasha K be getting the motherfuckers' ass. I hope Tasha K be like, bitch, why you couldn't feed the other 3 children? Why don't you cut the butt? You could look with that burger. She could have gave 1 kid lettuce, 1 kid piece of the bun, another kid the patty. The patty should have went to the kid who daddy bought it, and then another kid, the other patty. It might have been a Big Mac. What's up, bro? Welcome to 3PG, featuring the man in the myth who explains the man in the myths. You are now with them Youngstown boys. We got shut down in the house.
Peace and welcome.
What's up, man?
What's
up? What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, just digging y'all conversations.
What you got to say about this, big fella?
Man, I could write a book on that shit. Yeah, I've been through it.
Started page 27.
Been through it so many times, man. It's a big game.
Huh?
This shit is a big game, man.
Yeah. Talk to us, man. What you got to say?
Like the shit with the women, man, with the how they game on the child support to getting multiple dudes, you know, having multiple kids to collect money. Because at the end of the day, for them, it's a check. So it's basically a career.
Yeah.
The career is you get as many, well, you go after the dudes that have money, or so they think they have money. Mm-hmm. They go after blue collar, they go after somebody like with a pension.
Yeah.
Because they could possibly get half that mug.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what state you in, they even investigate the laws as far as child support on the states that you live in, how much you can get, how long you'll be tied to it. It's a vicious game, man.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle. An interview with the comedian Earthquake, and he got hip to the game. I forget what state his baby mom's in or whatever, but what he did was, by him being a comedian, you know, his money was up and down. So when he was up, he would double, triple pay his child support in advance in an account for that state.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucked around and paid off his child support like 2 years early. And old girl burned through that money and tried to take him back. And he was like, nah, because by that law in that state, all I had to do was pay X amount of money until my son turns 18. And this is where that number was. He hit that number early.
Right.
Because he came up. You know, like I said, ups and downs for being a comedian. And he's like, now she's coming back saying my son need this. He was like, no. He may need it. You know, I'll get him clothes or whatever. But that money shit, it was in his account.
There you
go. You know what I mean? It was out of mine, went into this escrow, and that was supposed to be there, you know, growing until he turns 18. Now, you tapped into it and burned through it. that was on you, and that's how that goes. What my man was just saying about depending on what state you in, the rules, all that should vary, and I think that's crazy. It shouldn't be depending on where you are in this country, like in California and New York. All that shit is different.
And they vacillate intentionally, like he said, because it is a game.
Yeah.
For like 10 years, it'll be a father-friendly state. When they say father-friendly, that means that in most cases where you saw the mother won out for whatever she was asking for in a domestic dispute or a civil dispute, the trend will change for another 10 years. They'll legislate that. Then they'll change the legislation again, and you'll move into another decade, and it shifts back to mother favored state, right? And they do this constantly. Go ahead, bro. You wanted to say something.
It also depends on the judge too.
Okay.
Think about this, and like I was saying, I've been in law enforcement. July 22nd will be 20 years.
Okay.
And I've been at a lot of court cases. I've seen a lot of stuff that you wouldn't believe. And so think about this: a judge handles many cases per day. Depending where you at on the roster, you may get the just and all across the board fairness judge, depending on how pissed off he or she may be from the last brother that she saw, depending on how bad he didn't support his kids or whatever. And so that becomes repetitive to finally you're just a face with a name. And by halfway through the day, like it's human nature, like, oh my God, I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Give them, next.
Yeah.
You got the book, next. No, you owe her back pay, not even looking at the case.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
that is the hustle.
Go ahead, bro.
And I mean that is a real reality. I'm give a case in point, not to put my business out there, but my Ob's youngest niece, she'll be 18 in March next year, right? I have the old child support papers where it's 18th birthday or graduation from high school, whichever one comes latest. So if I had money right now, what I would do, and what I suggest a lot of men out there do, because you have a set amount of child support. Every 3 years, I don't know about other states, in the state of Texas, they can take you back for child support to get an increase unless they can prove that you had a 7% increase in your pay. A lot of cats get that from the last time they had child support based on their cost of living with their job. Most jobs give you a 3% increase every year.
Bars.
So that's why they say every 3 years, because the cost of living.
Yeah.
Well, I suggest people out there, if you get the money and you have, like in my case, my daughter will be 18 in March of next year. What I did is I got ahead 3 months. Okay. So when my middle child ended her child support, I let them continue taking out for an extra 3.5 months. So what that did was, on the state of Texas books, it put me ahead 3 months. And so the other thing a lot of fathers don't know out there is they put that shit on your credit report. If you get paid every 2 weeks,
break that shit down,
and your balance, say you owe $1,500 a month and your job pays bi-weekly. So when they pay that $750, you're still showing a balance of $750, depending on how the credit bureau reports it, or how the job the state reports it. So it can either show you behind by $750, or you're even, or you're behind $1,500.
Depending on how your pay drop. God
damn. Depending on how your pay drop. So once you get ahead, it'll reflect a zero balance owed. And so every month I get a letter from the state of Texas saying that I'm ahead almost $3,300. So when my daughter hits 18 in March, she'll graduate in May. So I got to have the conversation with Ob's sister and say, hey, do you want me to cut it off when she's 18, or do you want me to go to May when she graduates? Because guess what? Right. For 3 months, you're going to be paying me back, pay out your check. The state of Texas is going to take it and send it to me. What you want to do?
If y'all knew why I was laughing, because you got to smile, man.
You know the inside track.
We used to wait on his child support to be over together. We say, bro, when that shit gonna be over, man? But listen, let me say this. Go ahead, Driz, and then I'm gonna say, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not that the state reports it. They're putting a lien on you.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that I have circumvented their actions against me is I have filed a status change. I filed a non-financial statement, UCC. So what that does is, I mean, even if the police run my plates, like it doesn't show my identity right away. I'm just leave it at that. You have rights, and what they're doing is trampling on your rights. Child support is Title 4D grant that they extend to the other parent, and they recuperate the money from that grant out of your paycheck. And they're charging you as if you have signed paperwork to receive a loan, but it's never touched your hands. So it's a form of fraud. I'm gonna leave that there because I think you know where to go from there to research.
Okay.
So you actually have a claim even before you pay it off. But what you're doing is the wise route because most people don't have time and money to fight it themselves. Because a lawyer is not gonna help you do the shit.
No.
They can't. They swore an oath to the bar, which is that should be criminal in and of itself. But so let
me say this, man. Going back to what you're saying, Brunlaw, when you said it's a hustle, right? I was watching O'Shea Duke Jackson. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Yeah, shout out O'Shea.
Yeah, he did a commentary on this cat had his girlfriend around NBA Youngboy, and he pretty much was real disrespectful, but she went along with the shit, and he was using it to say, "Bruhs, get your shit together, be rich," because that girl and most of these women, he said, because you got to think NBA made something like 18 million off of YouTube. He said that girl would rather be his baby mama than your main girl because she gonna be taken care of. Hustle. You see what I'm saying? The easiest way to go ahead.
Be mindful who you laying down with again.
Absolutely.
You got to get the Carfax.
Yeah. You got to get that hot sauce right next to the Carfax.
Sure.
Right. Right on. So what we got next? We can
segue right on into the dad set to tell his son that the son's new girlfriend child might be his.
Somebody send a link to Gus.
Hey, how come you snickered first time?
Oh, because I know. Look. I don't know which one of y'all was there, but one of my cousins brought a chick to my crib when I was staying in the apartment above my dad, and my dad was up, and he was upstairs hanging out with us, and my cousin come back, and I guess he didn't break this girl off right, and my dad was like, "There's a fine bitch in the other room that ain't been fucked right." This dude was ready to make a move, man. Like he dishonored the house by bringing the bitch over and didn't hit it right.
That was his job.
Yeah,
his job.
Me and my old man still dating chicks in their 20s. Like, it's
Slick Rick.
Yeah, Slick Rick.
That cat got a 2-year-old brother somewhere, man.
Look, my son and my sister are a week apart. And they're 20, and my son is older.
Listen.
Yeah, let
my dad gets down.
And think about this story. That's why I saw this story and was just like, man.
So wait, does the son already have kids by Shorty?
No, he's just now dating her. Dad dated her first, but didn't, and then they split, went their separate ways, right? And then dad went off to go do his thing somewhere else, and then his son wanted to bring the new girlfriend home, and he's doing the math. Like, we got down like a year ago, and now she got this kid. You see what I'm saying? The dad did the math, and now he come to find out like, oh, my son's dating my ex. But mind you, I don't think they knew each other. Now he got to break the news to him. Like, first of all, I smashed your new girlfriend. I smashed, okay? And little Timmy might be your brother.
Like mine, thinking like.
Pretty much.
Hey,
pretty much. I mean, like I said, man, there was no foulness, like he snaked his son or anything. It was nothing like that. It was just people meeting in two different time periods. That's all.
You remember that bitch I was fucking around with on your mama on?
Step-bro son. I mean,
they're getting an argument. the new son to be more successful than the current son, and he be talking shit, man. That's why I fucked your mom, Kevin.
See, the thing is, man, that dude is torn because now he got to, it's two different bombs he got to drop. Because the son's in love with this chick. He's dating this chick with a kid.
Hey, man, let me tell you this, man. In that situation, it's nobody to blame. It's nobody to blame. It's not like the dad was like the mom we just talked about who was sleeping with her daughter's boyfriend that was living with him.
Yeah.
We talking about a dad who used to date a bitch. Now the son dating her, but she must be fresh because now she got the dad. So the son got a choice to make. Like, is he gonna be mad at his dad? Is he gonna leave, or is he gonna be stepdad to his brother?
That's some hillbilly shit, boy.
Stepdad, bro.
I mean,
my brother's my dad.
You can't tell me what to do, man. You my sibling. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. You make the bed up.
That's a real life episode of The Shy.
Hey, you know them background.
I'm just saying, how long does the
voices
dad
on
wait?
GTA?
You don't wait at all, man. You just, as soon as you see them together, you pull your son to the side, like, hey, man, I used to hit that, right?
Hey. Yeah.
I mean,
okay, so you have a conversation with the son, but you got to pull little mama to the side too and be like, hey,
besides, she had to know. She had to know.
Come on, son.
These motherfuckers look alike.
They know. Right.
Last name.
She ain't seen no family photos or nothing. Like, you in love, but you ain't researched this dude's family. Like, the first thing every black person, me and Ed had talked about this. The first thing every black person does is like, nigga, who are you related to?
Yeah, who's your people?
You got to, especially in Youngstown. Everybody cousins.
Where we from?
Everybody cousins. I ain't never hit nothing back there, but one chick, and I know where her people from.
There you go.
No, two. Me and my brother hit that. Not together, but yeah, and not this.
Kind of like an episode from Animal Planet where the daddy lion kind of wound the animal and let the son that he raised and come kill do the rest of the kill, like he really killed it.
Yeah.
Now I didn't go all the way back. I didn't hit bottom on this one, so this one's yours, son.
Right.
I'll finish that off.
Listen, man, it's the thing. Look, it's just one of them things, man. Like, now, the dad can't obviously be back with the girl. I mean, it's just going to be too awkward.
No, he's done with it. He just found out that his son is dating his ex.
Now, what he needs to do is secure that his son talks her out of child support. Revisiting the old conversation.
That is
they ain't gonna charge my daddy, right?
I mean, you can't even abort it now. I mean, if you could abort it,
man. I gotta get it out.
He gotta, like I said, man. The dad gotta. He got some explaining to do. He got to talk. He got to sit down and and the old girl, like, hey, man, is that me? Seriously, run it down because the timeline.
Yeah, man.
Too close.
Hey, listen. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, it's gonna be some people that's hurt, but it wasn't like he saw the bitch like, damn, he ain't Sugar Steve. Because my dad, if I brought a bad one home, my pops, I fuck around and go to the bathroom. He'd be in her ear, perched up on the chair, like, hey, you like this nigga? That's my dad.
You like this man.
Motherfucker?
You know your people. And I'm pretty sure that
just like that. That's how my dad's sick. That's how my dad's sick. He saw that shit and couldn't believe it.
I did it.
That's how we talk.
Damn near a semester at YSU, bitch.
And he did say that. I think he said and took psychology for like a semester. We ain't making this shit up. He couldn't believe it. And Bruce Lee shoes. He was in the fucking chair just like that.
He was on the arm of the couch. He was on the arm of the couch.
Yeah.
Talking king shit.
Hey, man,
this guy was dressed like Bruce Lee, man.
He had a V-neck shirt on, some sweatpants, and them kung fu shoes.
And them kung fu shoes. Okay. That's Sugar Steve, man.
Does he still rock a shag?
Huh? He got a ball patch in the back, but he got his curly hair, blue-eyed beard, motherfucker, man. Picture me with blue eyes, man. Yeah, and a gray beard. That's more gray beard. Huh?
In a ball
between Gus and Steve.
Oh, every woman in Youngstown has been touched the wrong way.
Yeah, been touched in that town, man. I between us, we probably got 6, 7 more siblings we don't know about. Man.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah, that's just the Youngstown way. Like what you said, you ain't supposed to find out who who your siblings are, extra siblings are until the funeral.
Right. Go to the family reunion. That's East High's reunion. I'm telling you.
Mm.
It is, man. But hey, man.
Yeah, man.
My hit every pussy in walking distance.
My cousins went to Lowellville and Campbell.
Hopefully it's not a rift between the father and the son.
Right.
Hopefully it's not a rift, man, because again, it was bad timing. It was locale, man. That's it.
That's it.
This reminds
goddamn, what's the age difference between
this reminds me of the movie with
the chick was 20, the chick was 35, the son was 20 something. He's in his he's like mid-20s, and the dad is, probably in his 40s or something.
Well, they should have the same philosophy on raising them, though.
That part.
Hey, can you imagine the pillow talk before he found out it was his dad was her ex? To pillow talk is the last motherfucker I win. Man, weak dick. ED.
Oh man,
the motherfucker wasn't shit.
But again,
he ate ass. He ate nothing but ass.
Like you said, Tank. She knew who she was dating. She knew that was that man's son.
Right.
Y'all remember the movie? Do y'all remember the movie with Clifton Powell, Morris Chestnut?
The brothers.
There you go.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah,
it sounds so much like
that was it.
Minus the pregnancy, but
minus the kid.
Yeah,
that's the game.
I'm sorry. The kid was like almost 1, right?
Yeah, and the dad was like, we broke up a year ago, and now she got this 1-year-old, and I'm like, because apparently she didn't say nothing. So who's it on to say something first, the chick or the dad?
Maybe that's the reason why the dad left her, because she a cheating bitch and it wasn't his baby.
Right.
I was thinking that earlier.
Now Younger gonna have to bring McDonald's to his little brother, man.
Well, in that case, either she'll go with the highest fool.
There you go.
Unless somebody want to get a DNA test.
There you go. Both of them should DNA test the bitch. But neither of them should fuck with her, because if she knew, women do some treacherous shit, man. Well, humans.
I said it couldn't be the son, but she has to do
it out.
Dad.
And I'm pretty for sure it's in the same California. Say she just pitted on some guy, right? And he don't have the money, and he just like not thinking about the timeline, and he signs their birth certificate. And then 2 years later, the kid don't look like him. Like now he want to go back and do paternity. They still gonna make that dude pay child support to that dude that's 18.
There you go.
So that's why I say whoever goes to the highest fool.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Could you imagine?
That's why I be telling them young cats, do not sign a birth certificate for shit. I don't care how much you love her. You can find out if the kid's yours first.
Right.
Because once you sign, they got you.
Right. These young cats be so quick.
Government document.
I'm gonna take care of my baby. Man, that ain't yours, cuz. That ain't yours. It's a good possibility. She belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Right.
The state, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That baby belonged to the tour.
Yeah. You was conceived on Lil Wayne's tour, young man.
Oh wow.
I'm the pappy.
Right, out of pappy.
Wow.
Well, shit, man. What you drinking on, Mr. Ed?
Yes, sir. Malbec Cruz Alta.
Oh, nice.
All right. Just the wine of the week.
Yes, sir.
Nutritious and delicious.
Yes, sir. And
that's
empty.
a red.
And empty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Gentlemen, thank you for another great session.
Yes, sir, bro.
Family from Texas, appreciate you for chiming in on this one, man. Hey, man, slide back in anytime.
Please do, man. We enjoyed you.
Yes, I loved it. Now that I know how to get on, man, I would love to come on and talk, especially some of the topics y'all have. I could, really give some insight.
Absolutely.
And, things that I would love to talk about.
Yeah, you definitely you poked us in our hearts a couple times, man. It went from laughing to, well, damn.
Right.
Yeah. That happened. All right.
Hey, since you're gainfully employed, please somebody run down that advisory that all of these opinions are our own.
right. Anything that comes out of old painless, lost in the Sonic Alchemist's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Ed and Mr. Brumfield. So,
full disclosure.
Every man is responsible for their own work. Now, let me ask you this before we go, man, and I hope I'm not backing you to a corner if you can't talk about it or give your opinion. Just don't. What you think about the Uvalde shit, man?
Man, this is what I think about that. Okay. What people don't realize, and this is anywhere across the United States, I happen to work for a department that we have access to training. We have the numbers. We are highly trained. Think about this. That police department, first of all, it's a small town. Okay. And I think it's the closest major police department was over 50 miles away from the town. So their police department consisted of 5 officers, including their chief, whoever they had in rank and structure, plus 3 officers. They paid $20 an hour because I looked it up. Okay. What type of officers or capable people you think you're going to attract for $20 an hour? Okay. Then on top of that, where, as far as who they hired, could they go anywhere else and get hired? Most small towns will attract people that cannot get jobs. And I ain't gonna say reputable places where the pay is good, the training is great, and the accessibility to do your job correctly. Okay, so you had an incident that happened in a small town where nothing really happens. Okay, you had a dispatch that couldn't communicate with the officers there on the scene. You have multiple communication breakdowns. Then you have, and I'll just be the first to say this, you could put a badge and a gun on anybody that could pass the test and pass the background and get employed. But what you can't teach them, and those of you that have been in the military, you can attest to this. You can put somebody through training all day long. You can equip them with certain equipment, but you cannot teach them how to be a warrior.
There you go.
When the bullets and the shots are flying, you cannot teach that right there. A lot of us, we grew up with it because we grew up around it. So to some degree, we've been conditioned to respond and how to deal. And so you're asking somebody that may or may not have the capability to go into a place where shots are being fired. You're asking somebody to have courage that may, in this case, did not have courage. Because me as a parent first, I'm hearing gunshots and my kid is in there. I don't care, excuse my language. I don't care who the fuck is in there. I'm going in there trying to save them kids and take out that threat.
Yeah.
But fortunately for me, I'm highly trained and, I've been on SWAT for 18 years, law enforcement for 20. So, I'm gonna just give you a basic dynamic. They were in an old setup school, right?
Yep.
If you got glass on the outside of the exterior of the building, doors on the inside. If I have a threat on the inside of that building, right? Even if I hit the basic minimum of officers, if you got someone that's afraid to go in that door right there, man, let's go on the outside of this. Either shoot that glass out and then take that threat out, or let's just go in and deal with that threat. But again, not everybody is trained like that. That is a misconception I think with the public perception is all officers are trained to this degree and have the skill, this and that. Even if you were in the military, that's not true.
So, Bruno, let me ask you this, okay? Because what you're saying is correct. The Cuddy, my cousin, Tank, he's a firefighter for umpteen fucking years. I think Drews was in corrections. And he deals with the public. Do you think that that's what it is, or do you think people was like, that's not it? It's the fact that it's babies in there that you got to tuck that shit down and go. Because right now what's going on is there was a woman who was able to get in there. They tried to arrest her. She played calm. She got in there. And not only did she save her 2 children, she saved other kids. And now that fucking police department, they're harassing that woman. So I'm saying, do you think it's about training, or you just what?
He just made the point.
That's what I was about to say.
He just made the point. He just made the point.
Training,
cowards. Yeah,
it's training, and it's the man behind the badge. Because I could train a dog all day long, right? I can train him to do this, and that. And he may or he may not do it when I have him on a leash. He may do it because I'm gonna reward him. But at any given time, that dog could turn around and bite the shit out of me.
There you go.
But the fear of as your master and the love that I give you is based on the loyalty that you give back to me as your dog owner, right?
There you go.
Okay, but what's inside that dog, when the moment comes where somebody trying to attack me, if I got to kill a dog and somebody trying to attack me, he gonna tear your ass up. Right. But if somebody trying to attack me and he ain't got to give him, he gonna run just like I'm gonna run.
There you go.
So what I'm saying, in that situation, you didn't put, or the public, based on pay, based on capability, based on resources, did not put warriors there to deal with that situation.
There you go.
And there you go, my friends. That is what you call the worst case scenario.
Right. There you go. So
that's what that is.
So we about to be out. Do you mind if we make this a segment, a standalone segment right here with you, bro?
Yeah, that's all good, man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is
like I say, I'd be willing to talk about that, gun control, all it, man.
Oh, you'll be back. I'm pretty sure the brothers. Yeah, you'll be back.
Oh yeah,
back,
for sure. You always welcome,
especially bro. Once we get everything back up and running.
Yeah. Let me apologize for the way I look. I've been under. I got that old C19, so I'm just in day 3.
Man,
so.
Okay.
Sorry to hear.
Hey man, hope you feel better, man. That shit is
appreciate it.
Ain't no joke.
I'm feeling a whole lot better.
Okay.
Right on.
But thanks for pulling through for us, man. We appreciate it. And
thank you, and God bless.
Until next time, fellas.
Till next time.
Peace.
Two fingers.
Peace.
It's been real.
Peace.